Hi guys, just a quick update here. I've taken all the braces out of this door frame now, and I thought I'd just do a mock-up, see how we're looking. Gaps are okay. I mean, these doors aren't particularly good anyway, but that can be dealt with, but generally the gaps are alright. Position of that is pretty good. This gap is okay. And again, the position down there is pretty good. The only problem is this here. That's quite a big gap between that seam and the edge of this wing. So compared to the front, that looks okay. You can't really see it here. But I'm going to have to shift that wing that way. Probably about, I don't know, 3/8, something like that. No, 1/4 of an inch possibly. Anyway, it needs shifting, so I thought I'd just do a quick video, show you how important it is to mock it up before you go welding it all in. But on the whole, I'm quite happy with that. Not too bad at all. So I'll do some more. Oh, that's not very good there though, is it? Look at that. Anyway, I'll shift that along and give you another update a bit later on when I've welded that bit in. And then I won't be bashing my head on the bar that's holding the door frame in. So anyway, that's that. I'll speak to you later. Hi guys. Well, it's 4 o'clock now. Haven't had too bad a day today. I've got the sill in, which I'll show you in a minute. It's actually been quite warm in here, about 17-18 degrees, so it's been a bit tough, but the only problem is I have to shut the door down if I'm grinding or sanding or anything. I have to shut the door down because it's just too noisy and I don't want to upset the neighbours. So anyway, I will show you the car. Still got a bit of cleaning up to do, but the sill or rocker is in. Like I say, a little bit more. I've got to do something. I've got to weld that up and clean it up. But it's in there. The repair section don't look too bad. It's going to need a little bit of putty or something in there before I paint it, but that looks alright. I'm quite happy with that. That's all stitched along there as the original, and nicked in there, sanded off. Another stitch weld, well, sort of a stitch weld. So yeah, it's in there. I have to deal with that again tomorrow as well. Sand my welds up and make it look similar to that over there. You can just see the stitch mark, but again, a little bit of filler or something in there before I paint. I mean, you're not going to see it, but it's just for your own peace of mind, really. So yeah, it's in. Still yet to deal with this bottom bit here, which is a bit loose at the moment, but on the whole I'm quite happy with that. It's solid, the door fits, wings fit, so I'm quite happy with that. Let me just show you the beautiful sunshine out there, even though it's later on in the day now. Yeah, look at that. Wonderful. Let's have a look round the back here. Often come round here if it's if I'm a bit peed off because it's nice and quiet. This is a sort of dumping ground, really. This here is the this field belongs to the manor house down the road, so it's nice and peaceful. You get deer running through here and other wildlife, so it's quite nice. So yeah, that's that. back to the car. Tomorrow I'm going to clean the rest of this up, get some aerosol primer on it just to protect it. Then I've got to deal with this area here, and that's going to be a patch section, probably just below that, hang on, just below that hole there. I'll cut across there, and obviously this is going to be a big repair around there, but I'm going to try and follow the line. It should be okay, it's similar this side, but again, you don't really see it. As long as it's solid and it's not going to rot out, then I'm quite happy with that. And you've got to try and make it look as original as possible, which I think I did fairly well here. So yeah, it's going to be alright. Always looks rough and it hasn't got a nice coat of paint on it, but and then we've got that top section to do along there, and I've got to change this panel, which will help me change to patch in this because it's welded to that. So if I do this panel first and not weld to that panel, then again it gives me a datum that that'll be attached to that, nice and solid, and then you can start cutting around here and stuff like that. And then do the other little bits like that bit there. We've got some holes here. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that really. That's going to have to be in bits and pieces. Just put a bit of weld on there. The rest of it's pretty solid, it just looks a bit ropey. And then we've got little splits like that there. Just to dabble weld and sand that up. And then as far as welding is concerned, well, apart from these bits here, that'll be it. And now this here as well. Back in the 70s, when my father was using this as a daily driver, the diff mounting came dislodged from the chassis, which was a common problem with these. And he tried to fix it on a, well, he did manage to fix it, but he had to cut a hole in the floor here to get at the bolt that was in there, and he used a tin opener in the end. So I've got to make good that should be alright. And yeah, so that's that really. Oh, don't think there's much else to say or tell you. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on everybody's videos. Darren's making some videos, which is good to see. John Carey, I haven't seen you around. What have you been up to? It'd be nice to have a little update, see what you've been doing. Probably working hard, I suppose, but yeah, so that's that really. I'm now going to get cleaned up, shut down here, and have a beer, I think. Anyway, I'll speak to you all later.